Full abdominal breathing. The full abdominal breathing further extends the practice of advanced abdominal breathing through introducing the lower back and the diaphragm itself, similar to what has been discussed under embryonic breathing, although in a different order. The reason it is introduced after the embryonic breathing method is that embryonic breathing is probably somewhat easier to be learned, at first. You should be fairly familiar with the advanced abdominal breathing method and be able to maintain breathing that way for an extended period of time without considerable effort. Having already learned embryonic breathing would be an even greater advantage, although not absolutely necessary. Once you are ready to proceed to the next level, you will extend your focus from the belly and the buttocks to the lower back. You should be aware of some perceived movement of the lower back, although probably not visible for the external observer, but should be fairly obvious for yourself, as you start paying attention. When you inhale as your belly extends forward and your bottom relaxes, your lower back will also relax, as if your spine would move away from your center. With each exhale as your belly will be drawn inwards and your buttocks drawn upwards, you will also attempt to draw your lower back inwards, as if your spine would be moving towards your center. While there may be no actual movement of the spine, it would certainly feel like the back is moving together with the belly, outwards as you inhale and inwards as you exhale. This will feel like an extension of the movement of your sides, complementing of the feeling of tightening belt around the waist. You should focus your attention to all 3 points at the same time: belly, buttock, and lumbar spine. With time you should be able to only observe such apparent movement, without attempting to consciously initiate it. As a result of your effort to withdraw the abdominal wall, the muscles around your lower back will naturally contract. This is the sensation that you are looking for. Such perceived movement comes from the natural contraction and relaxation of the muscles around your lower spine as a result of drawing in and relaxing your abdominal muscles. This will probably prove challenging, and you will need to practice until it becomes fairly easy and straightforward. This will not happen at the first time you sit down to practice. It can take anywhere between a few days and a few weeks of committed practice. Being persistent is very important. Do not try to isolate the muscles of your back and contract them consciously. It is more important to feel it happen than to make it happen. Keep practicing this way, until you feel able to comfortably maintain such breathing for some time without a great effort. Eventually you may realize, it is in fact the whole muscular belt around your waist contracting and relaxing simultaneously, but for now, it is most important to keep your attention at these distinct points. The last corner of focus will be your diaphragm. You will keep your attention focused on the 3 corners, belly, buttocks and lower back, as you start focusing on your diaphragmatic movement. This will be a lot more challenging than the previous 3 points of focus, as your diaphragm does not relax with each inhalation, but it in fact contracts. This 4th corner, the diaphragm, will not follow the pattern of the other 3, as they move away from the center at the inhale phase, but the diaphragm will rather be moving towards it. As you exhale, the first 3 corners will move towards your center, and the diaphragm will move away from it. This means, when you inhale, your belly relaxes and protrudes outwards, your buttocks relax downwards, your lower back relaxes outwards as well, while your diaphragm contracts and moves downwards. Similarly, with each exhale, your belly contracts and withdraws inwards, your buttocks squeeze and contract inwards, your lower back squeezes and contracts inwards as well, while your diaphragm relaxes and moves upwards, returning to its dome shape. Although the direction is similar, i.e. moving up, or in, and down, or out at the same time, the action of contraction or relaxation will be opposing. Contrary to what you may experience during embryonic breathing, where the 4 corners are moving in synchrony at once away from the center, exhalation, or towards the center, inhalation, through the full abdominal breathing the diaphragm is pushing down, and the 3 other corners are making room for the contents of the abdominal cavity as they shift downwards. Similarly, the diaphragm essentially makes room for everything moving up, as the muscles contract and squeeze the intestines and the contents of the abdominal cavity. This way, the full abdominal breathing provides a different way of massaging your digestive tract, not through squeeze and release, but rather a downward-upwards shift. This movement of your organs, mostly your digestive tract, is present even while you practice the most basic abdominal breathing, the only real difference being that you now have a greater awareness of it. Practicing full abdominal breathing with your meditation can also enhance your focus, deepen your practice, and help keeping your attention at your breath, although only when practiced with such proficiency that it could be maintained without much excess effort. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.